Ik ben Inge en ik ben weer terug bij Theo en ik wil graag mijn haar een beetje gefatsoeneerd hebben, bijgewerkt. En de kleur ook.
Yeah, Inge wants to fresh up her hairstyle, not too short on top. Maybe the size because we're going into summertime. And she wants her color refreshed.
Yes.
Wil je een rondje draaien? She turns around to show your current hairstyle. We make photos of wet look hairstyle, so put the photos of that in the back of the video. Dankjewel. Hello friends on YouTube, Inge is back to model for me. I start as always with protection. Now she don't want the hairs too short on top because she really likes the length. But it's summertime and when the sides are this long, the sun doesn't reach the skin, and when she's going into the real summer, she has light lines beside her hairstyle. So I'm gonna fresh up the lines on the sides, fresh up the color, bring it into a stunning base black and blue black on top. So stay focused. No wetting there. Already did, of course. Turn a bit so you can watch with me. Start by going into the beautiful lines she has. Scissor over comb. And gently work my way to the skull bone. Het is weer heerlijk rustig.
Nou. Op zich vind ik dat wel niet eerlijk. Op zich vind ik dat wel lekker.
Oh heerlijk, dit rustig hè? We're talking Dutch to each other because we are in the Netherlands. And we talk about the quietness of this place where now. Where must Theo is this hardly anyone. So it's just the time and the clock. I'm not going to work this out with a clipper. So I'll hold it very soft and feminine.
Die zoon van mevrouw van Oom.
Okay.
Misschien.
Continue on the line of cutting.
Als ze dat is.
Maar dan kunnen we even doorspreken.
Ja.
Want we weten nou hoe Maya ook gaat werken, dus wat dat betreft is prima. You can see in its real dark, natural color. Of course it's not black, but it's a deep brown she has. Lekker hè?
Ja, voelt lekker.
Ja.
Voelt lekker.
She's enjoying it. Most people do, because especially scissor over comb techniques are real nice. They give some comfort feeling because the sounds of what you do is so attractive. But also the softness, and to practice this is very nice to do. It's very good for your skills. And there are two things you can do. So now I work a bit in a freehand style, so my pink is off the pink rest. But when I want to get into the harder lines, I put my pink on the pink rest, so I get more stuff and hard feelings into my scissor. But I don't like it, I like it to be playful. So I can adjust to any curve, any wave I see. So that's why I like to do it in a freehand style. Lay the hairs over the line. Watch the softness. wetting in between, just a little bit. Coming on half of the head. Starting in the line of the skull bone. Then watch at the waves. I can see the way the hairs flow. So I go in the opposite lines as the hair flows. And Inge has also beautiful wiggle in the neckline, so gonna adjust that also. And then it's nice to have your pink of the pink rest, because then you can flow into that line. And you have to read the curves and the streams of the hairs. So stay focused. And think about lovely things. Because it gives better work and end result.
Moet je altijd doen.
Ja, zeker. Inge works with older people. So, yeah, that you also have to do with love, otherwise it doesn't bring anything. And older people are often forgotten, but they're still there, so visit them sometimes. I went to my mom when she was very old, to the place she lives every week 2 times.
Yes.
And I spent a half day, and I was working with the people that work there, because every mother was my mother and every father is my father, because they are the parents of the world. So that's why you can nurse them also. And people that take care work very hard. So now I'm on the head. Now I'm on the half of the head, so I show you the difference between the left side and the right side, so you can see how much difference it makes. This is a bit woolly, and the rest is more sophisticated and strong. Ja, dat maakt niet uit. Go in on the line of cutting, lifting the hairs up, pointing to the line where I want to go, and again read the lines. So when I see the wiggles, I follow them in the opposite lines. When I want to color her hair, I start with the base color black, because the black stays wonderful in color line. It's a black of Kim, it's a vegan line, but it stays really, really nice black. And on top we're going to work with blue black, because now the light of the sun is very bright. So when you have a blue effect into your hairs, you see a shine of blue when you walk into the sun.
Je zit te kriebelen.
Ja, ik moet proberen dat wiekeltje eruit te krijgen. Hè. Best wel lastig soms. Een klein wiebelding. Going at the left side, lift hairs up. Know where I started on the right side. So again, come in this flow. Lay the hairs in the roundings. First take off a little bit of the length on top. So it's much easier for me to get into the line to the center of the skull at the back. See, it makes it much easier. Lift hairs up again. Beetje een musgeluid. Go to sideburns. Pulling the hairs up to stay in the rounding. And then from the front, go to the back. Into the beautiful roundings of his skull again. Kinderlijk de straks altijd ook leuk, meisje. Eigenzinnig ding.
Ja, met die twee kleuren.
Paars en blauw. Echt wel mooi. Because it's much more turn than on the other side. Take the fine part of my comb. Clean the contour. Ja, gooi de schaar weg. Bijna. Niet helemaal. Dat doe ik eigenlijk nooit. Nog nooit gedaan. So now I connect the baseline on top, on the line of cutting. Do this by give it a slight turn inside, so I get also graduation into the line. And this shows also that I hardly have to do anything on top. So I only take off a big bit of the thickness. So it's much easier to handle the hairs. There where you get a good turn into the hairs. I go also in the turn of the hairs. Also this side, the turn in. You see me taking up and turning to the center of the skull. So you get a beautiful line. Also this side to take the fine part of my comb, only for the underlines.
Ja, als
Yeah, cleaning in between. Take a small clipper, clean the contour, get rid of the woolly hairs. And you see, when I work on dark hair, I use white combs. This makes it a lot easier to see what you're doing. Soften the underline. So now I go to the top. Wedding. Now I told you I don't go too short, so I go into the fall. Take only off what's necessary. Lay the hairs to the side and take it up behind the line and just cut. In the meantime, I feel what the thickness of her hair is, because when I travel through the hairs I can really find the parts that are more thick than the others. Also this sides I take off only the dry ends, not more than that.
Links is dikker dan rechts.
Ja, top.
Harder dan, hè?
Yeah. Inge is talking about the volume of the hairs. That the left side is more thick than the right side. Of course you can feel this, but it's normal because it's natural. And after this I take a nice thinning scissor. I'm going to thin the hairs on the parts where I think it needs to be a little bit more thin. But also on the back of her head she has a lot of hair with a lot of volume. She's easy going. Take the hairs from the right side on to the left side and lift them over. And when I lift them from this side, I lift them over to you. So you get the same effect and the same curve. Then I have a beautiful baseline. Now go to my thinning scissor. And then we're going to color the hairs. Woo. I'm so excited.
I'm feeling blue.
Huh?
I'm feeling blue.
Come in with thinning scissor of Kione. Set it in on the sides 2 times. 1 time on the base, about 1 centimeter from the skull. And the more air you get into the hairs, the more playful the hairs are. Thickness, thickness. So now get rid of all the hairs that I took out, and then I'm going to make her a collar. But now she can really play with the hairs. She is still the same length, but more instruction. The colors made her black. There's 1 for the sides, so it will be strong. Work till I get on the fall of the hairs and on the base of the hairline. Made this color with 6% as 20 volume and put in a conditioner. Hold it in a beautiful condition the hair is. Conditioner is of Blind. So the base of this color is black. So now I'm going to mix my glue black. It's a 0/0. Also with 6% 20 volume. Both colors are vegan, so they are really beautiful and not damaging the hairs. And not smelling, it's also very important. Van de week heb ik 2 keer al 7 uur staan. 2 van de zwart 7 uur is.
Ja, dat is het enige nadeel.
Dat vind ik juist zo leuk.
In een film.
So the base of this color is black. So now I'm going to mix my glue black. It's a 0/0. Also with 6% 20 volume. Both colors are vegan, so they are really beautiful and not damaging the hairs. And not smelling, it's also very important. Van de week heb ik 2 keer al 7 uur staan. 2 vinden ze uit 7 uur is.
Ja, dat is het enige nadeel.
Dat vind ik juist zo leuk.
In een film.
So the base of this color is black. So now I'm gonna mix my blue black. It's a 0/0. Also with 6% 20 volume. Both colors are vegan, so they are really beautiful and not damaging the hairs. And not smelling, it's also very important. Van de week heb ik 2 keer al 7 uur staan. 2 vinden ze uit 7 uur is.
Ja, dat is het enige nadeel.
Dat vind ik juist zo leuk.
In een film.
En dit blijft je haar, hè? Het bos altijd. Echt vooraan gestaan, uitdelen.
Dat is fijn.
Zeker fijn. Je weet dan een beetje moeten uitdunnen. Dat er iets bij moet gaan zitten, proberen te vogelen. Dat is veel moeilijker.
Ja. En ik weet niet beter.
Nee.
Of niet anders. Nee.
Mee geboren.
Ja, met een hele grote bos met krullen.
Ja? Ik ook.
Jij ook?
Ja, blonde krullen. Jim ook.
Nee.
Ja. Now I brush this base color into the upper hair, so I don't see hard lines. Although it's not a hard line, of course, 2 times black. Blue black on top, black in the baseline. This is a cover up. Wait for 20 minutes. Then we're back to show you end result and styling hairs. So don't go away. We won't. We stay.
Dus wel een kopje koffie.
Yeah, we are in for some coffee. Back for coloring. After 25 minutes we rinse it out. Nursed it. Now start with the roots effect. Product of Lanza. Really like this product. Gonna blow dry the hairs with a medium brush. Medium. Ja, lekker dat ik pak kan. Beetje de droog worden steken. So far blow drying. Ik krijg er ook warm van.
Ja.
Can I make a combination between a spider product of Lanza and a crystal turn of Goldwell? I love it. And 2 plants come together. I really like my dark fingers.
Nou heb je geen handschoenen aan.
Yeah. I didn't notice that my hands were that sensitive to this color, but I could have known it. Add some products to the short hairs on the sides. Take in the same line a hairspray. Last van het haar op je voorkant. Staat als die. Ik vind hem ook wel weer heel erg leuk. Pas wel bij jou, zo'n dwarsding.
Zo, hartstikke dwars.
And this is the new hairstyle. And almost the same color, but you cannot see it with daylight, so you see not the blue shine on it, but at daylight you certainly will. Of Inge, I thank you for being my well. Thank you for watching. We see each other next video. Inge will turn around to show you and for herself. Bye, bye. Still.
Ja, leuk.
Inge wants to fresh up her hairstyle, not too short on top. Maybe the size because we're going into the summertime. And she wants her color refreshed.
Yes.
Wil je een rondje draaien? She turns around to show your current hairstyle. We make photos of wet look hairstyle, so put the photos of that in the back of the video. Dankjewel.